Hey everybody, back to the new episode of The X-Files. Last episode was really fun. Red rum, murder backwards, saved his wife, but he did,
go to prison.
Yes, for suppressing evidence and having someone kill themselves because that was their third strike. So, interestingly done episode. I really enjoyed it. This next episode is called Via Negativa. I don't really know. Is that like a language? Not enough info to go on. But negative?
If like you said, by way of, like, is that French?
I don't know.
Negativa doesn't sound French.
It just makes me think of like a camera negative. But that's really it. So let's get into it.
Scared me too.
Looks like they all left. I'm not so sure.
Oh, you're gonna get fired.
Was he, was he doing a stakeout or was he like doing a monitoring for?
He said stakeout.
Oh, okay.
God.
Bro.
Send it.
Oh, that was brutal. Oh, is his partner dead as well? Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, he's gonna feel better if he just dies. So.
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'll see you later.
As soon as I can.
I forgot she was pregnant.
Who put him back in the car?
Leeds partner, do you know him?
Where'd you look? He wasn't checked into the same motel as Leeds. He's not answering his cell or his pager.
Did you check his condo?
The body is but clay. A shell made by God to hold the twin aspects of the Holy Spirit.
He claimed a higher plane of being could be reached by the Via Negativa, the path of darkness, playing closer to God. Once reached, it would let the spirit travel unhindered.
You're saying all these people were so stoned on this bark, they just let their leader killed.
You're
Found
stoned
no
enough.
trace of the
Some
drug
good
in the blood
shit.
in any of the victims. I don't understand.
Tippet was paranoid, but nothing indicates he was ready to take the lives of his own people or our
Bark,
men.
that's where you get
This is
DMT.
our one and only suspect. Are you telling me he didn't do it? Unless his consciousness was there, but his body was somewhere else. The X-File explanation.
Hello.
I take it this theory comes from Agent Scully.
No.
This whole story doesn't make a damn bit of sense. I'm supposed to give those guys and their answers, Agent Doggett. You're supposed to help me do that.
His opinion doesn't reflect your opinion.
Tippet's on the run. Find him, we just might.
God help you, Andre. I can't.
So the drug put him into a psychosis and made him do that?
Intense psychosis.
I thought it was his plan.
Oh, to the forehead. Oh
Ah.
no! What?
It's a ceremonial axe used over 1,000 years ago to cleave the skulls of unbelievers. This was required reading for Tippet's followers.
Leave the non-believers.
No, sir. It's on permanent display in a Calcutta
What's that
museum.
from?
Somebody should get it.
She told me to tell you she's fine. She's taking some personal time.
I've got 22 people dead and she's taking personal time.
She's a human being.
None of your business.
You're not listening to what I'm telling you.
Ooh.
Do your best without her.
Papa Bear Skinner over here.
Really?
He didn't even do anything. He was just there.
Run. Oh shit, it's like he's tripping.
So he's not cleaving him.
Well, I think he is.
Do you think he's going to be buried in that concrete when they find him?
I think he is.
I had them email me some digital photos.
In the
Any
cement.
witnesses?
The man fitting Tippett's description was ID.
No, that was all.
So we got something.
No, there's no concrete evidence against him. There's no fingerprints, no hair.
You got the guy at the scene.
There's nothing to link him to the murder itself, Agent Doggett.
Just got a little
Mr.
bit.
Romanis, Andre
Emmett?
Romanis.
Dr. Ormanis.
You supplied Anthony Tippet with drugs, isn't
You
that
think he
right?
has permits for all this?
Hallucinogens were Tippett's way into the depths of the soul. Planes of being that our feeble brain chemistry cannot begin to imagine.
Is that why you took
Usually you just see the machine elves. You don't cleave people.
Initiated?
It's protection. What are you doing?
Taking you in for questioning.
On what charges? I just explained it to you. Don't! Look. I need that!
It's you. He's gonna make him think he did it? Why would you do that?
Agent Doggett.
Skinner says that you're on the clock on this thing. You need to get your rest.
Yeah, I just grabbed a few winks.
I asked him to contact some friends of Mulder's.
Mulder reference?
I appreciate all the help I can get.
Lone gunman.
Doggett, you're a good agent.
Oh shit, yeah.
Has he met them yet?
No.
Trust your instincts.
But yes, Mulder reference.
Didn't we have a psychedelic episode in that like old person home or the Excelsis Day?
Were they taking something in that one?
Yeah, they were growing mushrooms or something.
Can we get this gate open?
Oh no.
Oh, so he's not going to die the same way because of the His rats are killing him.
Oh well, no, that's.
His ex did protect him.
I mean, from an axe, not rats.
And I'm telling you, Mulder wouldn't mind. We practically.
It is them.
Yeah, Byers, quit your whining. Nobody likes to go.
Langley, come through.
Agent Scully asked us to give her assistance, not to go through her files.
Like she's gonna care.
Yeah, right.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
You familiar with this image?
In the Renaissance,
Absolutely.
it represented an all-seeing God.
That's why our founding fathers put it on the dollar bill.
Illuminati.
We believe its meaning here relates to Eastern religion.
You've heard of MK Ultra.
The CIA mind control project started in the 50s.
They gave LSD to a bunch of people to see what would happen. Didn't bother telling them first.
They understood the
That's
power
not
of
even a
hallucinogens.
theory. That's
No, it's
Just
true,
mind.
but I couldn't
Tippet was
imagine.
one on hallucinogens, not his victims.
The assassin makes his victims think they're being hit by an axe.
Or any number of nightmares.
They believe it. It happens.
What if
Doggett,
Tippet
stop believing
could
it.
invade his victims' consciousness in their sleep?
And it just explode their.
And that's why you'd be afraid to fall asleep, right? If you thought your nightmares might come true, they'll need more drugs to keep killing.
Yeah, supplier's dead.
It's not bad for a beginner.
Anthony Tippet! Anthony Tippet! Step away from the saw!
You don't understand.
There's like a force making
You saw
him.
what can happen. What will happen
What will happen?
unless I stop it.
Oh, what a way!
Oh wait, like what he will do? Unless he stops himself?
That trauma panel with full tox, EKG,
In what regard? To Scully?
compress on his head.
Agent, this man needs to be admitted.
Ah!
None of your business!
Ah!
Nosy.
He believed that the drugs took him inside the subconscious minds of anyone he knew, making the most horrific, irrational dream imagery of their nightmares come true. That's why he tried to kill himself, to make it stop.
Here we are. It's I mean, it's giving Freddy Krueger.
A little bit. I mean, but also Charles Manson.
Yeah. Nice shot. Awesome shot. Great shot. 10 out of 10.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure I'm awake.
Oh.
He knows me now. He can enter my dreams.
He looks terrified.
He's acting his little ass off.
You've had a tough couple of days. You're tired.
Yeah, you're in a dream.
did you do that?
Oh, that was like they did it in reverse.
I'm not going to kill her.
That would be his ultimate nightmare, would be for him to do the killing.
Doggett, wake up.
Kill himself instead?
Ah!
Agent Doggett.
You just saved my life, Agent Scully.
I just woke you up, Agent Doggett. It was a bad dream, Agent Doggett. But that's all it was.
Obviously not.
Scully missed a lot this
Yes,
episode.
she did.
I don't know. I resent the implication that psychedelics unleashes some darkness in you that could.
I mean, but it could.
It
could. People have bad trips.
Well, and Manson did use psychedelics to control people.
Yeah.
But
he didn't really use them though. He used them. Like other people use them around him.
But he like made them like stay in that hallucinogenic state.
Yeah.
Where they just didn't even know what
like
reality
gave them,
was.
Like, higher doses.
Oh yeah. They were conked out of their heads. But at the end there, him saying it, what's his name had already died, so that was coming from him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe he kind of just got like roped in to the path.
He was just already
from knowing about
already
it.
in a bad trip.
Yeah. Even though, he didn't do any drugs or anything, but maybe you don't have to. Maybe just like the knowledge that that's a possibility. Like drugs are just
it's a power suggestion
yeah,
too.
drugs are just like something that's gonna like open your mind up to the possibility.
Yeah.
And this, see, like he kind of like, what if he's one of those people who is like very skeptical because he has the potential for so much, like for susceptibility?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I want to know, if this is related to anything in his past. Was a partner of his killed? Mm-hmm. Was it his fault that whatever happened to his son happened? This would have been a good episode to maybe explore that, but it was so linked into that cult leader that it was hard to have it be about anything other than him and his cleaving ex.
Yeah, not a lot happened, but it was mostly just creepy.
Yeah,
it was a little confusing.
The mood. Well, when you're dealing with this kind of stuff, it's hard to not be. But I like that they brought in the lone gunman.
Yes, yeah, they had a really good first impression of him too.
Yeah,
and he was nicer to them than I thought he was going to be. Especially for how he was introduced to them, like just all up in his office.
Yeah,
or I guess Mulder's office.
But this is a good type of thing to bring them in for, and just to kind of have them feel each other out. I think it went okay. But I guess another instance in him slowly accepting that their answers are not always going to be there. Not only that, but his higher ups don't even necessarily want the answers.
Right.
They just want it.
Whoever.
They just want it.
In fact, if you give them answers, they're gonna scoff and ridicule you.
Yes.
So just tell them, look, we found the guy who did it. That's all that matters. It's not going to happen again, or maybe it will 40 years in the future.
I enjoyed Skinner.
I liked the episode. I just didn't like it's just an X-Files episode where you don't get any real good answers.
No, and it was it is a little confusing of what exactly was happening. Like, okay, the guys started the cult. Mm-hmm. They started experimenting with this drug that he was getting from the supplier. But then he started losing control of it and killed people when he didn't want to. But that was his nightmare, right?
I mean, or theirs. I don't know. It's really confusing. Because they said that people die in the way that they're the most terrified of. But then everyone, including the cops who didn't, well, I guess they saw those people first. And so that would be their immediate fear would be to
And
be axed through the head.
wouldn't like a subconscious fear you have if you're a part of a cult that your cult leader is going to kill you?
For sure. Yeah.
And like I said, it could have been a collective fear.
But they were definitely, the cult members were all on drugs.
Yeah.
But they did say, like, enough to where you wouldn't even get up but they were asleep.
And also
it's just a confusing episode.
The homeless guy, his dream was the axe too.
Yeah, he was completely unrelated.
It seems like the cult leader
has more
control of it, or is more responsible for more of it.
Yeah, the only person who really died differently was that guy.
And that's because he put an X over it. So maybe that like blocks the connection and you become more internalized because there's nothing coming in. Maybe that plays into how like he kept on locking people in.
But I mean, he still got killed, so he just didn't get killed the same way.
Well, he killed himself.
The rats?
Oh, not him.
Oh yeah, the other guy. The Tippet.
Yeah, but you're not safe from your own fears. Mm-hmm. But I think everyone...
he seemed like he was actually trying to stop himself.
Yeah, but I guess they just... once it's awakened.
Yeah, I mean, but that seems like why... Because then that's when Doggett was like, oh, I should have let him die, I guess. Yeah, it's confusing. Yeah. I was confused the whole time. I just thought like the mood aspect was good.
Was really good.
I mean, it might end up being like in the lower end of the season, but I didn't hate it.
Maybe like middle low. It's not bad.
No.
But it just makes me more and more curious about Doggett. Like, are there things that we don't know? Is this based on something in him?
Yeah, he seemed really like clean cut and rule abiding, and we're getting like more of a glimpse of. Why he's like that to begin with.
Which I like in terms of like archetypes. I always prefer the guy that you think is one thing and it's got like more really of a darker thing going on. But also Scully, is her pregnancy not going well?
Yeah, that's very concerning.
I mean, sometimes you just have weird abdominal things.
Yeah, true. Or, even if you do have an abdominal pain and you're pregnant, you want to get it checked out.
Yeah.
So.
But they admitted her.
Yeah.
Which is concerning.
Yeah. It just seems like you'd be on not a general hospital unit, though, like, as a nurse. Most nurses are like,
well, they needed him to see her.
I don't know what's going on with you. Sorry. Placenta what, Via?
Yeah, maybe this episode will have more meaning once we learn more about Doggett later on. And is there going to be some sort of like responsibility that he's going to have to save Scully? I don't know. But interesting stuff that they were messing with, but it's all very...
And it did have like the same kind of eeriness as Twin Peaks.
Yeah. The talking in reverse and then playing it forward, that is always really disconcerting.
Yeah.
But it needs to... I think they did like when he's in the hallway and the ends start like closing in, like they were trying to play with the psychedelic nature of like what you would be experiencing. Yeah, and a dream
more like on a psychedelic. And he did a really good job of being
horrified,
terrified.
He's like eyes wide open, like tears in your eyes. I'm like, oh, he's serving. But yeah, some interesting themes, interesting stuff, mood, vibe, all very good.
Yeah, it's like the monster of the weeks have been kind of different.
They've been darker.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy.
Yeah.
It also seems like it just seems like they're more locked in.
Yeah, I feel like with Mulder, it's like, oh, great. He automatically thinks it's a werewolf, Yeah.
And which they played with, which is also, funny in itself.
Yeah.
But it seems like they are, the Monster of the Week seems stronger than they have been.
And those are my favorites anyway. So.
Or at least, it's hard to say because, 6 was my favorite season, but then 7 was my least favorite season. So you had a really high low there at the end. But for whatever reason, it seems like this almost seems like the most of the weeks are back to like the early seasons, which is...
Well, we're still getting to know the characters in the earlier seasons, so you kind of have to be more serious rather than playing with it.
Yeah, and you can be more mysterious of what you give us because we don't really know John.
Yeah.
So watching that slowly unravel is fun. It's fun when you have a character you don't completely know. Because like with Mulder...
As long as it's a well-written, well-acted...
Yeah, which is... They're nailing so far.
Not like a Dawn.
Dawn?
I like Dawn. I just know that a lot of people...
people hated her.
Yeah. Just like woke up and Buffy had a sister one day.
Yeah, I know. That was a hard pill to swallow at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Just shoehorn her in there.
And also, I mean, they made her very shrill and...
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have a character that people don't appreciate, but... Well, I don't know how people felt about him at the time. I feel like there was probably a lot of pushback.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. But I think they're handling it well. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah.
Honestly, pleasantly surprised so far this season.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it is a little jarring when you have an episode about someone that's brand new and like Scully's not in it to anchor you. But we had Skinner and the Lone Gunman, so they're balancing it pretty well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Middle episode for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon. We'll be back soon.